my grandmother used to say, you know, the Lord is coming soon, and you be scared to go to sleep at night. I mean, she was saying this when, I mean, I'm 50 years young now. My grandmother was saying this stuff when I was 4 years old. You know, the Lord is coming soon. I'm like, oh God, do I stay up or do I go to sleep? What do I do? And then you're 16 years old, you know, the Lord is coming soon. Should I sit down or what should I do? And now I'm 50 and people are still saying the Lord is coming soon. When the power that's breathing me is here for me to step into my purpose. But I was scared to death growing up. I was scared if I didn't do this, that this was going to happen. The boogeyman. You ever heard of the boogeyman? My grandma used to pretend she was going to call him. I'm going to call the boogeyman. And I'm like, please don't pick up, hang up the phone. Oh my God. And the stories, they used to torture us. Now you go to jail for that in New York. They say that's abuse. But back in the day, it was a part of the night. Now, and then she tell us this scary story. And she say, okay, y'all go to bed now. And it's like, go to bed. We don't want to go to bed. But that's what it was. And so I found my way. I found my way, and I know that it's real. I know that it's real. You know, do I go to church from time to time? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. But I take from it what I feel in my growing up on this whole journey, and I leave the rest of it there. Because we have to keep in mind that not all, but some pastors, they use the pulpit. This has been my experience. They use the pulpit in a way in which they shouldn't use the pulpit. I'll give you an example. My daughter had my grandson out of wedlock. And I never forget the minister, this is when I was in the Church of Christ, the minister said, oh, well, you know, this brother Dalton, he and his wife, they're having a baby and they're doing it the right way. Unlike some other folk who having babies and they're not married. Do you know my daughter never went back there again? Because she felt so belittled. And when we had her baby shower, the minister's wife of that same congregation told everybody not to go because it wasn't right to go to a baby shower with a girl that was not married. It wasn't right. Don't go. And so we had 135 people there, and out of the Church of Christ, we only had about 4 people. So go figure. And so these are the kind of things that I'm talking about. You know, God gives life and God takes life away. So who are we to celebrate a life? We didn't give it. Now, yes, she was wrong because she fornicated and yes, you know, it wasn't the right way to go about it. But it wasn't also the right way to go about it the way they went about it too. Because, I mean, I remember reading somewhere, correct me if I'm wrong, but God came to save the lost. He came to save the lost, okay? And he chose his son to actually come and live this life so that we have no excuses. No excuses. We can't say, well, you know, I was depressed, so I killed myself. Who could have, listen, think about Jesus for a moment. Having to drag that cross. I mean, I'm sure if Prozac existed, he probably would have said, give me some, for God's sake. Some Prozac, some Zoloft, some anything. Because I am really depressed. I'm stressed out right now. But that wasn't the case. He carried his weight and he dealt with it. And so the first thing we get upset about something, oh, she's talking about me, he's talking about me, they mistreated me. What are we saying in our thoughts? What are we saying to ourselves? When's the last time you told yourself, I love you. I love my knees. I love my kidneys. I love my liver. I love my toes. When's the last time we appreciated this bodysuit, this form of transportation that we're using to serve God? When's the last time we did that? We don't notice these things until the doctor brings it to our attention, or unless we stomp a toe, and all of a sudden, oh, Jesus, we're grabbing our toe. We're holding our toe for the first time in 10 years. Oh, Lord, my toe, my toe, my toe. Think about it. Now you realize you got a toe. But before that, you didn't pay it no mind. When somebody got to get them amputated, it's like, oh, God, my toe. You cut your finger cut. Have you ever gotten a finger cut? That's the worst. A paper cut? That's the worst. It's like, oh my God. But before that, you never said, oh, I love my fingers. Oh, look at my fingers. They're able to pick up my glasses. I'm able to cook with my fingers. Oh, I can blow a kiss with my fingers. No, we don't. But the minute something goes wrong, we bring our attention to it. And wherever the mind goes, energy flows. And so we have to be conscious of that. And so I say what I say to pretty much to say this, okay? And not to knock ministers by no way, shape, form, or fashion, because I'm one too. And because automatically when you go get your doctrine in metaphysics, the first part is becoming a minister, ordained minister. You can marry people and all that kind of stuff, right? Whatever. And so the bottom line is that I think about things before I say them. You know, and I know sometimes the truth hurts, and I have to say that because I know that the truth will eventually set you free. Sometimes we fight against it, and then when we're submissive, it's like, wow, that's what they were trying to say. But at the same time, I think about what I'm going to say before I say it, because I also learned that we should season our words with salt. Just because it comes to your brain don't mean you have to say it, right? And sometimes we do, and we run people away, and we want to run people to us. We want them running to us to ask us, well, what is it? What are you doing?